I woke up to the sound of my own heartbeat thundering in my ears. The sheets twisted around my legs like they were trying to hold me down. The room smelled of Chuka's cologne, oud, and something dangerously familiar. And for a split second, I forgot where I was. Then my phone vibrated on the nightstand. I should be getting married in 72 hours, but here I am, eyes snapping open, throat dry, heart thumping, staring at the ceiling I know too well. The room smells like cologne and yesterday's fun. My wrapper is on the floor like evidence. My phone is buzzing on the bedside table like it wants to disgrace me with full chest. I grabbed it. The screen flashes Kelechi Heart, my fiancé. My stomach drops so fast I almost throw up. I clear my throat and answer, trying to sound like a normal bride-to-be and not a criminal caught at the scene. "Baby," Kelechi says, voice warm, excited, trusting. "I just left Lagos. I'm on my way to Owerri now." My mouth goes dry. You left now?" "Yes, I couldn't sleep. 3 days to go, NK. I want to see you, hold you, and make sure everything is perfect." He laughs softly. "My wife, are you ready?" Wife. That word hits me like a slap. I sit up quickly, and that's when I see him. Chuka. My ex. Fun-loving, IGGB, no dull moments Chuka. He's sprawled on the other side of the bed like a man with no worry in this world. One arm over his eyes, breathing slow, like he didn't just set my life on fire. I swallow hard. "I'm ready," I tell Kelechi, forcing sweetness into my voice. "I'm just tired, running around with vendors." "Don't stress yourself. I'll help when I arrive. I'm already thinking of small surprises for you. I'll call you when I enter Owerri." "Okay," I whispered. "Drive safe." I hung up and stared at the ceiling, tears already pooling. How did I end up here? In my ex's bed, naked, guilty, and completely lost. I stare at my phone like it's a bomb. Then I stare at Chuka. The memories rush me, how his laugh used to make me forget my problems, how his vibe was always, "let's live." But this isn't living, this is madness. I slap his shoulder. "Chuka, wake up." He groans. "Enki, why are you shouting like my mother's church bell?" "Because I've ruined my life," I hiss. He sits up, hair rough, eyes half open. Then he smiles. Wide, playful, packed same smile that used to soften me. I've not even started ruining your life. Good morning, bride-to-be." "Don't joke with me," I say, voice shaking. "Kelechi is coming. He just called. He's on his way to Owerri." Chuka's smile pauses for his second, just a second. Then he leans back like it's gist. "So, let him come. Owerri is for everybody." I jump down from the bed, grabbing my phone, my bag, looking for my slippers. My hands are trembling. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Dignity? Sense? A time machine? Chuka watches me, suddenly quieter. "NK, calm down." "Calm down?" I laughed, small and bitter. "I'm getting married in 3 days, Chuka. 3 days. And I woke up in your bed." He tilts his head. "Did I force you?" That question lands like a stone. Because no, he didn't. That's the part that scares me most. Outside, Owerri is already humming with December energy. Cars, music, relatives returning, the smell of roasted meat in the air, laughter spilling from compounds. It's festival season. Everybody is home. Everybody is watching. And if anybody sees me walking out of Chuka's place this morning, my wedding will not just spoil, it will become content. I stand still, breathing hard. "Chuka, how did I get here?" He looks at me like he remembers everything. "You want the truth or you want the version you can survive?" And that's when I knew I was in real trouble. My name is Nkiru. NK to everyone who loves me. I'm 28. I'm the girl who has her life together on paper. Good job in Lagos, beautiful wedding coming, a man who looks at me like he's my whole world. But right now, I feel like the biggest fraud alive. I came to Owerri 2 weeks early to handle wedding preparations, thinking it would be simple. Then Detty December happened. Then Chuka happened. Owerri in December is electric. It's Detty December, the time when I just got back. IGGBs flood the streets from London, New York, and everywhere else, turning the city into a non-stop carnival. Family reunions, Owambe parties, and that Igbo spirit of excess, food, music, laughter, it's intoxicating. But I never expected it to intoxicate me right back into Chuka's arms. I arrived Owerri like a proper Lagos babe on assignment. Lashes intact, planner in hand, no-nonsense attitude. Kelechi and I agreed I should be on the ground to monitor everything. Hall decoration, cake tasting, bridesmaids' dresses, traditional wedding details, church rehearsal, all of it. He was busy in Lagos. Fintech entrepreneur, meetings, investors, that kind of life. But he kept calling, kept sending money, kept saying, Enke, don't let anything stress you. I was staying at my uncle's house. Big compound. Plenty aunties, plenty cousins, plenty eyes. The kind of house where if you drink Coke at night, somebody will ask you in the morning, so you've started light life? It all started at my uncle's compound. That evening, I walked into the sitting room with a stack of IVs and heard my cousin Chiki laughing with someone. A familiar voice followed, deep, playful, like a song I used to know by heart. That laugh, deep, mischievous, unforgettable. Chuka, see my ex-wife, oh, he shouted before he even saw my face fully. My uncle boomed. My heart did a foolish somersault. I turned, and there he was. Chuka, taller than I remembered and charismatic as ever, skin glowing like abroad has been feeding him well, gold chain, white sneakers, that confident IGBG energy, with that fresh from USA glow, dreadlocks neatly twisted, wearing a designer tracksuit that screamed, I've made it. The same eyes that used to look at me like I was the only girl in Lagos. Chike, his childhood friend, slapped his shoulder. Ta, leave my cousin alone, I beg. You don't do too. Enke, this guy just dey find trouble. Chuka's grin widened, but he was already crossing the room, arms wide. Enke baby, look at you. You are still fine, still breaking hearts after all these years. Lagos didn't finish you. I laughed it off, but my chest tightened. 5 years. Whole 5 years since he left for America, and one look at him still made my knees weak. Chuka, wow, you're looking good too, IGBG, I managed. I tried to act normal. When did you come back? He pulled me into a hug that lasted 2 seconds too long. Yesterday night, he said. Came to see my mom and see you too. See me? I raised a brow. He pointed at Chiki. Your cousin is my guy. He told me you're around. I said, God forbid I'm in Owerri and I don't see Enke. My uncle was already smiling like he liked drama. So, this one is your friend? Chuka, welcome. Enke, give him food. I nearly choked. Food. In my uncle's house, giving a man food is not just kindness, it's a headline. Chuka sat like he belonged there. He greeted everybody in that charming way that made aunties laugh and uncles nod. Even my younger cousins were already calling him Brother Chuka. And me? I stood there, pretending my heart wasn't beating like conga. We caught up over bottles of chilled beer that Chike pulled from the fridge. He looked at me across the plastic table and said softly, Enke, you are still fine like that, oh. Your guy dey trial. Chuka teased, his eyes twinkling with that old mischief. I rolled my eyes but couldn't help smiling. I beg, focus on why you are here. Mamanko, how's life in Yankee? He regaled us with stories of New York winters and startup hustles while Chike egged him on. Guy, you don't turn big boy. When you go marry? Chuka shrugged. Marriage? Now for people like Enke when don't find their spec. The banter flowed easy, like old times. Later that night, he found me outside near the generator house where I went to take breeze. So, you are getting married? He said quietly. Yes, I replied, not looking at him. He nodded slowly. To who? I said, Kelechi. He's good. He loves me. Chuka laughed softly. He loves you. That's good. Does he know you still smile like this when you are lying? I turned sharply. What do you want, Chuka? He raised his hands. Peace. I just want to enjoy December, see my people, and have fun. No dull moment. You can't be doing wedding like burial. I'm not doing burial. Then let's start with tonight. Let me take you out. Just one night, as friends. As friends, I repeated. He leaned closer, voice low. Enki, you used to be my best friend before we became anything else. I should have said no. I should have remembered I came to Owerri for a wedding, not temptation. But December in the East has a way of making you feel like rules don't exist. And Chuka was the kind of mistake that still felt like music. So I said, one night. Chuka snapped his fingers like he'd won. Correct. Go and dress fine. Owerri is waiting. Back in university, we were the couple everyone envied. No dull moments, always clubbing, road trips, spontaneous adventures. But then he left for the States 5 years ago, chasing his dreams. Distance eroded us slowly. No big fight, just fading calls and mismatched time zones until we drifted apart. Seeing him now, in the midst of my wedding chaos, felt like fate's cruel joke. Chuka and I didn't break up with one big fight. That's the painful part. There was no dramatic slap, no cheating scandal we caught red-handed, no pack your things moment. Our love didn't crash, it slowly starved. Back then in Lagos, we were that couple everyone envied, always laughing, always outside, always turning normal days into adventures. Random Wednesday, Chuka would say, Enki, wear slippers, let's go eat pepper soup at that place in Yaba. I would complain, but I would go. He'd hold my hand, dance with me at roadside bars, and make even traffic feel like romance. Then he traveled to the US. It was supposed to be temporary. I'm going to hustle small, then come back, we'll marry, he promised. The first month, he called every day. Video calls, long talks, love plenty. He would say, Enki, don't let Lagos boys confuse you. I'm coming. I would laugh. Please, America has women too. Don't let them confuse you. He'd put hand on chest. Never. You are my final bus stop. But time is a wicked thing. Work swallowed him. Time zones stretched us thin. Calls became shorter. Replies became slower. I'd send, I miss you. And he'd reply the next day with, aw. Sometimes I would cry and still go to work the next morning like nothing happened. One night, I called him and a female voice in the background said, Chooks, are you coming? He grabbed the phone quickly. Enki, I'll call you back. He didn't. I didn't accuse him. I didn't fight. I just started protecting my heart. I started becoming busy too. And one day, without any official breakup, we became strangers that still knew each other's favorite songs. So, when I met Kelechi later, steady, focused, intentional, it felt like God answered my tired prayers. Kelechi was the opposite of Chuka's chaos. He didn't need club to be happy. He didn't need crowd to feel alive. He had calm confidence. The first day we met at a friend's small dinner, he said, Enki, I like your mind, not just your face. I laughed. So you noticed my face first? He smiled. Of course, but your mind is what I want to marry. He didn't waste time. He called, he visited, he met my people, he spoke like a man with plans. When he proposed, he didn't do loud show. He just held my hands and said, I want to build a life that won't confuse you. That was what I wanted, no confusion. So why did Chuka's return feel like confusion with legs? Chuka picked me up like a man who understood performance. Music was already blasting in his car, old school Niger, the kind we used to sing when fuel was cheap and love was simpler. As soon as I entered, he shouted, Hey, bride to be, no dull moment. I lowered my voice. I warned him, lower your voice, looking around, scared of my uncle's neighbors. He laughed. Owerri people don't sleep, they monitor. We drove through town and it was pure December madness. Lights, roadside grills, people hanging out in groups, laughter, the smell of suya and unkobi, clubs advertising homecoming night, Iriji special, masquerade after party. Everybody looked like somebody that just landed from abroad or somebody trying to look like they did. Chuka took me to a lounge that looked expensive and loud. He greeted the bouncer like they were family. Inside, the music was heavy, the air smelled like perfume and money, and the crowd was a mix of Lagos swag and village confidence. I told myself I'd stay 1 hour. 1 hour became 3. Chuka danced like the world was ending. He kept shouting over the music, "Nko, see life, this is why you used to love me." I shouted back, "I loved your trouble." He leaned in, eyes shining, "And you still do." I should have stepped back. I should have remembered Kelechi. But the truth, I was tired. Wedding planning was choking me. Chuka felt like oxygen. Then my phone buzzed. Kelechi. I stepped away and answered quickly. "Hi, baby. Are you outside?" I froze. "No, I'm in the compound." "In the compound and the music I'm hearing is what?" he teased. I looked around. Music loud enough to wake ancestors. "Oh, that my cousins are watching something." Kelechi laughed. "Nko, you are a bad liar, but it's okay. Just don't stress yourself. I'm proud of you." Proud. That word stabbed me. I forced a laugh. "Thank you." When I returned, Chuka was watching me like he knew. "Your man?" "Yes." "What did he say?" "That he's proud of me." Chuka's smile faded a little. "He's proud of you for planning your own wedding alone?" I frowned. "He's busy." Chuka sipped his drink. Busy people still show up when it matters. I didn't like how true it sounded. "Don't start." He was not starting, he said calmly. "I'm just reminding you, you used to hate being alone." I felt heat rise in my chest. "Chuka, you are not the one to advise me about love." He leaned forward, voice softer. "Then why does my voice still enter your body like medicine?" That line made me dizzy. I stood up. "I'm going home." He didn't argue. He stood, paid, and escorted me out like a gentleman. In the car, he played music low. For once, he wasn't joking. When we reached my uncle's gate, he turned to me. "Nko, don't marry someone because it's time." I held the door handle, breathing hard. "I'm not marrying because it's time. I'm marrying because I'm ready." Chuka nodded slowly. "Good. Then you won't be scared of one harmless December night with me." I stepped down and walked inside. My chest was tight. I told myself that was the end. But December doesn't end when you want it to. December ends when it finishes you. After that first night out, I avoided Chuka for 2 days. I focused on my checklist: caterer, MC, photographer, makeup artist, Ashrebi distribution, hotel booking for Kelechi's friends. I ran errands until my feet hurt. Then my aunt called me from the kitchen one afternoon. "Nkiru, come." I rushed in. "Yes, ma." She pointed outside. "That your husband has been waiting since." My heart jumped. "My husband? Kelechi?" I stepped outside and saw Chuka standing near the mango tree with nylon bags. He waved. "Auntie sent me to help you." I hissed under my breath. "Who told you to come?" He walked closer, lowering his voice. "Relax. Your people like me. I can't disappoint them." Before I could reply, my uncle came out. "Chuka, you are a good man. See as you are helping Nkiru. God will bless you." Chuka smiled respectfully. "Thank you, sir." I wanted to scream. Instead, I forced a smile. "Uncle, he's just my friend." My uncle laughed. "Friend, care? Which friend will be running around like this for wedding? You think we don't know?" Chuka's eyes met mine, mischievous. He liked this misunderstanding too much. That day, Chuka drove me around to meet vendors. He negotiated like my personal assistant. He carried items. He joked with everybody. He made even stressful errands feel light. At the decoration office, the woman asked, "Madam, is this your husband?" I opened my mouth to correct her, but Chuka cut in smoothly. "She's shy. Yes, I'm the husband." I nearly choked. Chuka? He winked. Relax, it helps them take you serious. But it didn't just help vendors take me serious. It helped gossip start growing wings. In the market, someone shouted, Bride, your husband is handsome, oh. In church office, a woman told me, Your husband is very supportive. Hold him tight. That afternoon, we drove to the market for last-minute fabrics. Owerri streets were alive with Detty December energy. IGBs in flashy cars honking, street vendors hawking roasted corn, high life music blaring from every corner. Pull over here, Chuka said suddenly. I want to show you something. It was a pop-up festival at Douglas Road. Dancers in colorful attires, food stalls steaming with a siawu and pounded yam. Chuka, we have work, I protested, but weekly. Life no be only working key. Enjoy the moment. Hours slipped by. And when we finally got the fabrics, it was dusk. Back at my uncle's, relatives swarmed us. Ah, Nki, is this your husband-to-be? Auntie Ngozi asked, eyeing Chuka. He looks so fine. Chuka played along. Yes, so Auntie Ngozi, I'm the lucky one. I elbowed him. Stop joking. This is Chuka, my friend. But the mistake planted a seed of confusion and thrill. Dinner that night was a family affair, with cousins from abroad sharing stories of life overseas. Even my cousin started teasing me. Chike cornered me at night. Nkiru, you sure you are marrying the fintech guy? Because this Chuka is acting like Groom. It be like old flame they reignite. Stop, I snapped. Chike raised both hands. I'm not the one, but be careful, village eyes are plenty. I denied it. Nothing, he's just helping. But deep down, Chuka's energy was infectious. Kelechi was reliable, but Chuka made every moment feel alive. That night, Kelechi called. How's planning? It's fine. You sound tired. I'm okay. He paused. Nkiru, is everything okay? I wanted to confess, but confess what? That my ex is everywhere? That people think he's the groom? That I'm enjoying his presence more than I should? So I lied. Everything is okay. And once you start lying to protect a wedding, the wedding starts becoming something else. 2 days later, Chuka showed up again, this time with full December energy. Nkiru, pack small bag. For what? I asked, already annoyed. He grinned. We are going to Okwigwe. Or anywhere, small road trip. You've been stressed. I can't, I said quickly. I have fittings tomorrow. He leaned closer. Nki, do you want to enter marriage already tired and angry? I frowned. Chuka, stop acting like you care. He stared at me, smile fading. I do care. That line entered my chest and stayed there like a stubborn seed. We argued for 15 minutes. I kept saying no. He kept talking sense in the most unserious way. Finally, my cousin Chike joined the pressure. Inky, go. You've been running around like chicken. One day won't kill you. One day. That's how disaster starts. Small. We left early morning. The road was fresh, the air was cool, palm trees passing like a movie scene. Chuka played music, cracked jokes, stopped at a roadside place for abacha and grilled fish. Remember how we used to do road trips from Lagos to Ibadan just to eat amala? I tried not to smile. You were always wasting fuel. He laughed. And you loved it. As the day went on, I started forgetting my fear. I started laughing freely. I started being Nkiru again. Not bride Nkiru, not vendor Nkiru, just Nkiru. Chuka's playlist blasting old school Naija hits like African Queen by Tufaba. This takes me back, I said, windows down, wind whipping my hair. Remember our trip to Nosuka? We got lost for hours. Chuka laughed, his deep baritone filling the car, and found that hidden waterfall. Best day ever. It was supposed to be a quick sightseeing jaunt, visit the ancient caves, grab lunch, back by evening. But with Chuka, nothing stayed quick. We stopped at roadside stalls for fresh oranges, bantering with sellers. Oga, your wife fine, oh, one woman said. Chuka grinned. She know nah. I swatted his arm. I beg, no they confuse people. At a quiet spot near a river, he took pictures of me. Turn small. Smile. Yes, see my babe. I don't call me that, I warned him, but my voice was soft. He stepped closer. Why? Because you are marrying somebody else? Or because you are scared you still like hearing it? I swallowed. Chuka. He lifted his hands. I'm not touching you, I'm just talking. But words can touch. Sometimes worse than hands. Back in Owerri, we hit traffic from a Detty December parade, masquerades dancing, crowd cheering. This is why I came back, Chuka said. The vibe is unbeatable. By nightfall, he suggested clubbing. One night out in Key, for the culture. I agreed, texting Kelechi a white lie about family dinner. At Cubana Lounge, the bass thumped, lights flashed, bodies swayed. Chuka ordered shots. To Detty December. We danced like old times, his hands on my waist feeling too right. Inky, you still got the moves, Chuka shouted over the music. A twist, an old uni friend spotted us. Chuka and Inky, together, again, wahala. Laughter ensued, but guilt gnawed at me. On our way back, rain started falling. Chuka drove faster, laughing. Detty December rain can't catch us. Then my phone rang. Kelechi again. I froze. Chuka looked at me. Answer. I answered, voice shaking. Hello, baby. Nkiru, I'm worried. I called earlier. You didn't pick. Network. That was my excuse, but even I didn't believe it. Sorry, I was busy. Where are you? I looked at the road, the rain, Chuka's hand on the steering. I'm around town. Kelechi paused. Send me your location. My blood turned to ice. Why? Because I miss you and I want to see where my wife is, he said, half joking. Then his voice changed, serious. Nkiru, please, just send it. I couldn't. If I sent it, the truth would stand up. So I laughed falsely. Baby, you're funny. I'll call you back. I ended the call quickly. Chuka kept driving, face unreadable. You see, Chuka said quietly. Now you are lying. I shouted, I'm protecting my wedding. Chuka nodded. And destroying yourself. That night, I couldn't sleep because I knew the season wasn't just getting dirty. It was getting dangerous. Owerri entered full festival mode as the wedding got closer. Masquerade rehearsals in some communities, family meetings, relatives flying in from Abuja, Port Harcourt, even London. The compound became a marketplace of opinions. Do your makeup like this. Don't allow that caterer cook. Your husband must greet elders well. Everybody had advice. Kelechi called more often. I've settled the remaining balance. My groomsmen are ready. I'll be in Owerri in 3 days. Every call sounded like stability. And yet, Chuka was still around, like a stubborn shadow. Chuka dove into wedding help like it was his own. Let's check the caterer, he said, driving us to the vendor. Tasting sessions turned fun, him mimicking fancy chefs. This jollof too dry. Add more spice like our life used to be. Laughter flowed. Relatives adored him. Auntie Fioma said, Nke, your man na real gentle. He's not, I started, but Chuka interjected. Just helping my best girl. The mistake fueled tension. A party invite came. A Detty December bash at a Bwabwa villa. We go quick, Chuka promised. It was wild. DJ spinning amapano, grills smoking. We partied hard. Remember our uni parties? He asked during a slow dance. Every night an adventure. Midnight found us on the balcony. Inke, I miss this. You. The kiss happened. A twist I didn't see coming. Guilt hit like a storm. Flashback. Meeting Kelechi. Post Chuka, I focused on career. At the conference, his charisma won me. Let's build something real, he said. Dates were mature, loving. But Chuka's return questioned it all. After the kiss, we sat in his car for hours. I love Kelechi, I said finally. He's kind, he's steady. He sees a future with me. Chuka nodded. I know. But do you love him the way you loved me? Silence. That's what I thought. I sobbed. I hate you for coming back now. I hate myself too, but I couldn't stay away knowing you are here. He reached for me. Tell me to leave, Nke. Tell me to get on a plane tomorrow and I will. I will disappear again. But if there's any part of you that wants me to stay, I'll fight for you. I swear on everything. I didn't tell him to leave. Visiting relatives became a comedy of errors. At Cousin Ada's house, "Welcome, Groom," they cheered Chuka. He hugged them. "Nke, your family's sweet, oh," he said later. "But seriously, why not tell them?" "Because it's complicated," I snapped. Emotions deepened. Chuka's help felt genuine, but stakes rose with Kelechi's arrival looming. Clubbing escalated. At another spot, we met IGBF friends. Chuka and Nke, power couple, they toasted. Dancing led to more kisses. "What are we doing?" I asked. "Living," he replied. "Twist. Chike saw us." "Nke, waiting the sup. Kelechi no?" I begged silence. Helping with invitations, Chuka shared dreams. "I want to come back to Niger, start something here. With you?" High stakes. I confessed feelings, but loyalty to Kelechi pulled me. Detty December's chaos, traffic, parties, mirrored my mind. A short trip to Umahia for fabrics became confessional. "Distance killed us, but I'm here now," Chuka said. 72 hours neared. Chuka helped with final rehearsals. Priest mistook him for Groom. "You two look perfect." Laughter hid tension. Dialogues deepened. "Nke, choose happiness," Chuka urged. Family dinner. Stories from abroad. Igbo proverbs. "Love no dey hide o," Uncle said, eyeing us. Suspense. Kelechi texted trip details. Flashback. To break up. Time zones had, Chuka had said on last call. No fight, just fade. That night, the night where everything tilted, Chuka convinced my cousins to do a small welcome back hangout for returnees. They said it was harmless. "Nke, you'll be inside with family, no club." I agreed because refusing would look suspicious, and I was already tired of suspicion. We sat in my uncle's compound under canopies. Music played, drinks flowed, laughter rose, people danced, even my aunties were doing shoulder. December spirit is a spirit. Chuka came to sit beside me holding malt. "See as you are forming serious." I said, "I'm serious. I'm getting married." He nodded. "I know." "Then behave." He leaned in, voice low. "I'm behaving. I haven't even touched you since I came back." I looked away. "Don't count it like favor." He sighed. "Nke, do you ever ask yourself why we ended without closure?" I snapped. "We ended because you left." "And you didn't fight for us," he replied quietly. That line hit me where I kept old wounds. "I did." He shook his head. "You got tired. You gave up." The music grew louder. People cheered, but inside me, something was cracking. Later, when the crowd reduced, Chuka offered to walk me inside. I refused. He insisted, "You're my friend." We got to the corridor. The lights were dim. The compound was quiet now. My heart was loud. He stopped. "Nke, I'm not here to spoil your life." I laughed bitterly. "But you are." He stepped closer. "Nke, I'm here because I realized I never stopped loving you." My breathing became shallow. "Nke, don't. Tell me the truth," he whispered. "Are you happy or are you just ready?" I didn't answer fast enough, and that silence, it betrayed me. He touched my hand, just lightly. "Nke." I pulled away quickly, but my body was already confused. I walked faster into the room. I locked the door. I sat on the bed, shaking. My phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "Your fiancé should know who is handling his bride." My stomach dropped. I stared at the message again and again, trying to breathe. Somebody was watching. And suddenly, this was no longer just Detty December enjoyment. It was a trap. The next day I woke up with one mission: finish arrangement and avoid Chuka like plague. I went out early, met vendors, paid balances, checked fabrics, confirmed time for traditional rites. But everywhere I went, people smiled in a certain way, like they had gist but were waiting for confirmation. At the makeup studio, the lady asked casually, "Madam, are you doing both church and traditional the same day?" I said yes. She nodded. "Okay, so which one is your husband? The one that came yesterday or the one coming from Lagos?" My heart stopped. "What do you mean?" She laughed quickly. Sorry, I was just asking." I left there feeling like my skin wasn't mine. Back at home, my auntie pulled me aside. "Nke, your phone has been ringing. Your husband." "Kelechi is my husband-to-be," I corrected sharply. She looked at me like I was the one confused. "Is that not the fine boy that is always with you, Chuka?" My head spun. Auntie, please. She lowered her voice. Just be careful. People talk, and December mouths are very dirty. Later, Chike confronted me. Inke, someone posted something. My heart jumped. Posted what? He showed me his phone. It was a blurry picture. Someone had taken a shot from a distance, me and Chuka in the corridor the night before. Not kissing, not touching, but close enough to create a story. The caption said, Groom don't change last minute. Owerri December no they carry last. I felt dizzy. This will reach Kelechi. Chike nodded. It will, especially if someone sends it directly. I remembered the message from the unknown number. My hands started shaking. Who is doing this? Chike shrugged. Could be anybody. Some people hate joy. Some people just want content. That evening, Kelechi called, voice colder than I'd ever heard. Inke, who is Chuka? I said. He's my ex. Silence. Heavy. Dangerous. And why is your ex everywhere around you? He's my cousin's friend. Stop, Kelechi cut in. I saw the picture. My knees weakened. Kelechi, I'm coming to Owerri, but I'm not coming for what you think. We will talk face to face. The line went dead. I sat down slowly, like my bones had turned to sand. Behind me, the compound was loud. Relatives laughing, wedding songs playing, people decorating. Everyone thought the wedding was moving forward. But in my chest, I felt it. Something had already started dying. I didn't come to see Chuka that night, I swear. After Kelechi's call, I was shaking like a leaf. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't eat. I kept imagining my wedding turning into scandal. I stepped outside for air and found Chuka sitting alone near his car, quieter than usual. He looked up and immediately stood. Okay. Don't, I warned, tears already in my eyes. He walked closer, careful. He called you. Yes, I whispered. He saw the picture. Chuka cursed under his breath. Who took it? I don't know. He stared at me, jaw tight. This is not funny anymore. I laughed through tears. It was never funny. You just enjoyed it. His face softened. Okay, I didn't know they were watching like this. I wiped my face. Kelechi is coming. He said we will talk face to face. I'm finished. You are not finished, Chuka said firmly. Come, let's drive small. Clear your head. I can't. You can, he insisted. If you stay here, these voices will kill you. I don't know why I agreed. Maybe because Chuka still felt like the only person who could carry my madness without judging me. Maybe because December was already inside my blood. We drove. No club, no crowd, just quiet roads and Christmas lights. He bought me hot tea from a roadside place. We parked somewhere calm. Okay, he said softly. Tell me the truth. Do you love him? I swallowed hard. Yes. Do you love me? He asked, eyes steady. My mouth opened, but no sound came out. Because the truth was complicated. And complicated truths destroy weddings. Chuka nodded slowly, like he understood my silence. That's why you are shaking. I whispered, I'm scared. He reached out and held my hand firm. Then, let's face it properly. Don't let people choose your story. I leaned my head on the seat, tired. He didn't touch me again. He just stayed there, present. Somehow, I fell asleep. When I opened my eyes again, I was in his bed. I sat up fast, heart racing, memory foggy. My dress was changed into a big t-shirt. My slippers were by the bedside. My phone was on the table, but on silent. The room smelled like him. Chuka walked in with water. You are awake? I stared at him like a stranger. What happened? You slept in the car, he said gently. You were shivering. I couldn't take you back late. Your uncle will start questions. I brought you here. I changed your clothes because you were sweating. My voice rose. You changed my clothes? He raised his hands quickly. Okay, I swear on my mother, I didn't do anything. I called my sister to come and help me change you. I did not touch you. I froze. Your sister? He nodded. Yes, I can call her now. I wanted to believe him, but even if nothing happened, the situation alone was enough to kill me. Then my phone buzzed. Kelechi's call. And his voice. I just left Lagos. I'm on my way to Owerri now. And here I was, in Chuka's bed, with December laughing at me. After Kelechi's call, time moved like a horror film. I dressed fast, hands shaking. Chuka offered to drive me back quietly. My stomach was turning, my head pounding, my heart full of fear. On the road, my phone kept buzzing. Messages from bridesmaids, caterer, cousins. Nke, where are you? We have meeting with MC. Your in-laws are asking. Everything felt normal to them, but my world was collapsing. Chuka drove with both hands tight on the wheel. Nke, listen to me. We will handle this. How? I snapped. How do you handle shame? He flinched, then spoke softly. You tell the truth. I laughed bitterly. Truth? Which truth? That my ex is the center of my December? That someone is blackmailing me? That I woke up in your bed, whether anything happened or not? Chuka's jaw tightened. I can talk to Kelechi. No! I shouted. You talking to him will finish me completely. We reached my uncle's street and froze. A convoy was entering. Black SUV. Clean. Lagos confidence. I knew it immediately. Kelechi. My lungs stopped working. Chuka slowed the car. Turn back, I whispered. Nke, turn back, I screamed. Too late. One of Kelechi's groomsmen spotted my car. He waved like a fool. Ah, bride, Nke. Kelechi stepped out of the SUV. Tall, fine, calm face, but his eyes were not calm. His eyes looked like a man who had already imagined 10 different betrayals on the road from Lagos to Owerri. He stared at the driver's seat. He saw Chuka. Then he looked at me in the passenger seat. The air became heavy. Even the street seemed to quiet down, like the universe wanted to hear the confrontation. Kelechi walked closer slowly. His voice was low. Nke, calm down. I felt my legs weak. I stepped out like someone going to judgment. He didn't shout, he didn't slap. That was what made it worse. His calm was dangerous. He pointed at Chuka. Who is that? I swallowed. Chuka. The ex, he said, not asking, stating. Yes, I whispered. Kelechi nodded slowly, like he was arranging pain into order. So, the picture was true. No, I rushed. Nothing happened. Please, nothing happened. Kelechi smiled sadly. Nothing happened, but you woke up in his bed. Is that what you are saying? My mouth opened, closed, opened again. No words came out clean enough. Chuka stepped down too, hands open. Bro, I swear. Kelechi turned sharply. Don't call me bro. Chuka paused. Okay, sir. I didn't touch her. She was crying. She slept in the car. Kelechi laughed once dry. So, you carried my bride, changed her clothes and put her in your bed, but you didn't touch her. You want me to clap? Tears spilled from my eyes. Kelechi, please. Someone is setting me up. Someone is posting things. I've been trying to handle wedding. Kelechi's voice softened, and that softness broke me more than shouting would have. Nke, why didn't you tell me he showed up? Why did you let this grow? I sobbed. I didn't want you to worry. He nodded slowly. So, you protected me with lies. He turned away, breathing hard, then looked back at me, eyes red now. Do you want to marry me? Yes, I cried. Yes, I do. He stared for a long time. Then he said quietly, Then choose me now. He pointed at the house. Walk inside with me, in front of everyone, and tell them the truth today, not after the wedding. My heart pounded, because if I told the truth today, the wedding might still die. But if I didn't, I would enter marriage with a secret that could explode later. I looked at my uncle's compound, full of people, full of joy, full of mouths. I looked at Kelechi, steady but wounded. Then I looked at Chuka, silent, eyes heavy, like a man who knew he had finally met the consequences of his no-dull-moment life. And as I took one step towards the compound, my phone buzzed again. Unknown number. If you enter that house, I'll post the video. My blood turned to ice. What video? I stared at the message, shaking, while December smiled wickedly behind the harmattan haze. And that was the moment I realized this story wasn't ending at my wedding. It was just starting. My fingers went cold as I stared at the screen, rereading it like the words would change. Behind me, Kelechi was still standing there, waiting for my answer, watching my face like he was trying to read the truth before I even spoke. In front of me, my uncle's compound was loud with wedding noise. Laughter, music, women calling my name, somebody shouting about drinks. And somewhere in that crowd, someone had a weapon. Because a picture is gossip, but a video is destruction. I turned slowly, scanning faces, scanning movements, scanning shadows. Suddenly, everybody looked guilty. The bridesmaid that had been complaining about money, the cousin that was too interested in Chuka, the vendor I argued with yesterday, even the helpful neighbor that always sat outside like CCTV. Then another message entered. You have 30 minutes. Choose your shame in private or in public. My knees nearly gave way. Kelechi stepped closer. Inke, what is it? I wanted to tell him. I wanted to hand him my phone and let him see the madness I was inside. But before I could, someone across the street lifted their phone like they were recording already. And Chuka's voice came out low and dangerous behind me. Inke, this is not about enjoyment again. This is a setup. I swallowed hard. Because the real question wasn't even what the video showed. The real question was, who has it and what exactly do they want? Is it an angry bridesmaid who feels cheated and wants revenge? A jealous cousin that thinks I'm too successful to be happy? A vendor I refuse to pay extra, ready to disgrace me as payback? Or someone from Kelechi's past, someone who has been waiting for the perfect time to destroy him, using me as the knife? I looked at Kelechi's face again and realized something terrifying. This wedding wasn't the only target. Kelechi might be the real target, and I was just the easiest way to reach him. I stared at the compound gate. The drummer hit the talking drum again. The crowd cheered. And I whispered to myself so low only God heard me. Who wants to ruin my wedding? And why now? Fun is good. Enjoyment is not a crime. But when you keep dancing near fire, you will eventually smell like smoke. Clear boundaries, honest communication, and quick truth-telling can save you from the kind of small enjoyment that becomes lifelong regret. If you want part 2, type drop part 2 in the comments and tell me your guess. Who do you think has the video? Chuka's enemy? My own family member? Or someone from Kelechi's past? If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it with someone, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next story.